So I think the chudel word, we don't have to necessarily look at it as a bad word. You know,
Exactly,
I think, yeah, chudel hai to hai. I mean, just be who you are, be happy. And मैंने 7 दिन में जितने shows मैं catch कर सकती थी सब किए, because I was seeing myself on big screen for the first time and I was honestly very excited. But then kabhi 20 people, kabhi only 5, kabhi 1 or 2. So that really broke my heart. I'll give you an example. Kartik Aaryan, he is also an outsider, right? But people love him, they love to watch him on screen and they really support him, which is why he's a star today, you know. Tomorrow, if suppose Bulbbul was in theaters and if people, अगर इतना ही अच्छा response मिला होता तो definitely I would have got, you know, 10 calls on day 1 कि अच्छा do my film next, ये वो. Honestly, when I first came in, I wanted to be famous. I wanted to do, you know, everything, whether it's a TVC or a TV show or, you know, I wanted to be in Big Boss.
Welcome to PINKVILLA, first of all, Tripti, and thank you so much for doing this. I know that the response to Bulbbul has been exceptional. Tell me, did you expect that it will strike such an emotional chord with the audience as well?
Not at all. I mean, I was actually very positive about it. I knew that we would get a positive response, but a response like this, no, I wasn't expecting it. And I think I'm just very happy. It's been more than 2 weeks now. And even today, I get more than 1,000 messages every day, and I'm reading those messages. I have read each and every message that I've got. I've read each and every comment that I've got on pictures or everything. So I'm just really excited and very happy that people are, you know, finally liking the film, and you know, they're appreciating everything, all the aspects of the film, whether it's the filmmaking angle of it, whether it's the direction, whether the camera team, all the performances. So I think it's great for any actor. You're always, you know, you always hope for, you know, this kind of a response, and we've got it with this film. So I'm just very happy.
And you know, the entire core of the movie is the premise is so relatable, though set in a very the
different
presidential different era altogether. It is still so relatable. The kind of journey that is shown of Bulbbul is so relatable. Did you at any point feel or had an emotional breakdown, because some scenes are so triggering, so hard hitting?
Yeah, I did. You know, while shooting, honestly, the entire the rape scene that's there in the film, and or the scene where she gets hit by, you know, the poker by her husband. So those scenes specifically were difficult for me. And me and Anvita, I remember hugging her, and you know, we cried and cried for almost good 10 to 20 minutes after, you know, completion of those 2 scenes. And honestly, those are the scenes that are very close to my heart, because I could, you know, trust all the people that were there with me and go all out. And I really wanna, you know, I think Rahul Bose was there in those 2 scenes with me, and I think he's been really, really sweet to me. You know, it can be very difficult for an actor to, you know, bring out those emotions, because he's not that kind of a person in real life. If you meet him, he's obviously totally opposite of what Indrani is or what Mahendra is. But then he was very, very supportive as a co-actor. He would, you know, come to me and say that, Tripti, I'm going to go all out as an actor, but if at any point, if you need me to be there with you, just know that Rahul is there. And he was there. You know, after every shot, he was just covering me up properly and, you know, breaking out from his zone and coming and sitting next to me and talking to me. So I think that was very sweet of him. And Anvita also, you know, after every scene, she would come and sit next to me and apologize. I'm sorry I'm putting you through this, but this is just important for the film. And I would be like, yeah. So I think, you know, when you know that you have people around you who are, you know, who really care about you, who truly care about you, not just as an actor, but as a human being too, then you just feel very comfortable. And I felt comfortable doing all of that, you know. And I felt safe, I felt protected, I felt happy, and I felt free.
Right. But you know, I read a very interesting analogy about the entire thing, because chudel jab bolte hai, to usually people take it in a very, very negative way, that, you know, in a very supernatural way. But I read a very interesting piece wherein they said that maybe that is exactly what we need. I mean, it's about the perspective. The doctor calls you a goddess in the same scene where another person is calling you a chudel. You know, so how do you look at it? What do you think?
I think she was a chudel also, and she was a devi also. I think every girl that's out there is a chudel in every girl, and there is a devi in every girl. You can't just go in one direction. If you know, as Tripti, I can't always be positive, and I will have my flaws. I have my flaws. So I think the chudel word, we don't have to necessarily look at it as a bad word. You know,
Exactly.
I think, yeah, chudel hai to hai. I mean, just be who you are, be happy, and that's what she does in the film. So I think this is a message, that a very clear message that she was trying to give out with this film, that, you know, let people call you names. It doesn't really matter. Just be very proud of it. Be very proud of bad comments also.
Yeah, I think the entire message is stop labeling people in general. Like, let them be. You know, let them be. But now I also want to know, Tripti, because, you know, look at the kind of evolution you have got for this movie, because it has been seen by that many people, of course, because of the platform. Do you somewhere feel that, you know, in the context that everyone is talking about nepotism, everyone is talking about कि outsiders को recognition नहीं मिलती है, roles नहीं मिलती है, but जब लैला मजनू आई थी, I remember people, जिन्होंने देखा था, they loved your performance, they loved Avinash's performance. But you did not get roles after that. You know, do you think that is not fair?
I don't look at it that way. I think it's not fair to blame people, you know, it's not fair to blame the star kids or blame the industry or blame an outsider or blame anybody for it. It's how it is, and it is what it is. It is the reality, and we have to face it. Like, my film honestly I think it was there in theaters for 7 days, and honestly, I was very, very excited. मैंने 7 दिन में जितने shows मैं catch कर सकती थी सब किए, because I was seeing myself on big screen for the first time, and I was honestly very excited. But then kabhi 20 people, kabhi only 5, kabhi 1 or 2. So that really broke my heart. And you know, if I'm a filmmaker, and if I'm making a film, I would definitely want people or actors who can bring audiences to the theater. Otherwise, there's no point, you know, making the film, because I would be spending a hell lot of money on the film. So I would obviously take people who have great following, who can bring people to theaters.
Do you think that sometimes the onus is also on the audience to make sure that such good movies get the audience they deserve? Because जैसे आपने कहा कि at the end of the day it's a business for producers, right?
Yeah.
Do you think कि थोड़ा onus audience को भी देना चाहिए कि वो जाके ऐसे movies को support करे?
Yes, I do. I definitely think that way. I think, I'll give you an example. Kartik Aaryan, he is also an outsider, right? But people love him, they love to watch him on screen, and they really support him, which is why he's a star today, you know. There are many actors who've been outsiders and, you know, have become stars because the audience has supported them. So I think this is the only thing that matters. If you get that support, if tomorrow, suppose Bulbbul was in theaters, and if people, अगर इतना ही अच्छा response मिला होता, तो definitely I would have got, 10 calls on day one कि अच्छा, do my film next, ये वो. So I think it's how it works. You know, if you go and watch their films, then they'll definitely get more work. So, yeah.
Did it break your heart at any point though, when after Laila Majnu, because the performance is superlative, it's a very good film, but at the same, तो एक कहीं ना कहीं होता है कि जब आपकी first film आ जाती है, तो you wait for that second film to come out, right? Did it at some point break your heart कि despite giving such a good performance, it did not get the kind of opening that it deserved, perhaps?
Yeah, it did break my heart, honestly. I think I've mentioned it in a lot of interviews. This one time I was buying vegetable with a friend before the release of Laila Majnu, and I was in the market and I was like, अरे यार, कल रिलीज के बाद तो मैं खरीद ही नहीं पाऊंगी ऐसे, क्योंकि people will recognize me and they'll be like, oh, she's this actress. But that didn't happen. So honestly, I was heartbroken. But then I found a way to deal with it. I think बहुत सारी चीजें थी दिमाग में जो clear हो गई after whatever happened with the film. And I think the only important thing is that you keep working on your craft, and that you keep the faith in yourself. Keep just trust yourself and just be positive and have patience, because I think as actors it's very important in this business or in any business, I believe, to have patience and to know your worth and to trust yourself. And when that happens, then everything falls into place. But I know it's not easy. It's very difficult. There were days where I was like, oh God, there's no work. People are saying good things about the film, but I think nobody has noticed it, and बहुत ही कम लोगों ने देखी है, जिन्होंने देखी उन्हें पसंद आई है, but कुछ हो नहीं रहा. So there were all these things going on in my head. But I think at the end of the day, what's important is that you can do it, and that that good things will happen. So I think I just spent my time working on myself, and I think that is what kept me sane. And that is what I'm doing right now. Just working on
But
myself.
has the treatment changed within the industry post Bulbbul has released? Because obviously everyone has taken notice of the fact that, oh my god, ये वही लड़की है जो Laila Majnu में थी. We should watch Laila Majnu now because
That's what is happening.
Yeah.
People are actually, watching Laila Majnu after watching Bulbbul, which is great. I mean, wow, that is, something that's really great. And yes, I did get I did get messages from a lot of people from the industry, and I felt very good when people from the industry messaged me because, it's always special, and I'm just very positive now and keeping my fingers crossed कि अच्छी चीजें होनी चाहिए. But having said that, I think I am ready to wait for an opportunity like Bulbbul now because it's something that happens rarely and something that is too good, and I'm okay to wait. I'm okay to spend time by myself and just do nothing and just focus on doing a good story and rather than doing something very random. So I think that is what.
How difficult is it? Last two questions actually. How difficult is it to stay away from I have heard so many people say that I want to concentrate on doing only good work, but वो कभी-कभी बहुत ज़्यादा time लग जाता है वो आने में, and then there is another pressure that you have to out of sight, out of mind वाला एक अलग game है. How do you balance it out for yourself? Because even if you are not perhaps thinking about it so much, the outside pressure is so much that it sometimes might get to you. How do you see this entire thing?
See, I think एक चीज मैंने हमेशा सोची है, सुनो सबकी करो अपनी. So that is what I do. And there are a lot of people to give you free advices, honestly. And I'm not saying that they do it with the wrong intentions. It's just that there are people to give you advices, and you have to listen to each one of them, being an outsider and being a person who's clueless about things. So, there were people who said, don't do Bulbbul. Don't do film for an OTT platform. It won't take you anywhere. Just wait for the theatrical. Or sometimes they would still do a music video or do this ad opposite a celebrity. You'll get more work, you'll be seen. But I think I knew it from day one that I am not that person. It's nothing. I'm not saying anything against that person. I mean, people who do it, they do it. But then I think it's very important to trust the story. It's very important to trust the characters, because if you don't have that trust, then you won't take it anywhere. I did get a couple of offers post Laila Majnu, but then I didn't like any of it. I didn't like the story. I didn't like the character, and it was difficult for me to say no. But I said no anyway because I was like, I can't say yes to this film and then be there half-heartedly and do it wrong, because if you do it wrong, people notice it like that, and then you're gone. So
yeah.
And I don't want to be that person, I don't want to waste anybody else's time, and I don't want to waste my time or waste the story, like that. So I think it's very important to just wait it out and do things that you actually enjoy doing. And you should know that why are you here? You're here to be famous. Honestly, when I first came in, I wanted to be famous. I wanted to do, everything, whether it's a TVC or a TV show or, I wanted to be in Big Boss. Because I just wanted to be famous. But now I look at things differently. This has changed because of the kind of films that I've done, the kind of people I've met, the kind of conversations I've had with them. So that has changed. Now I think I just want to do good stories and play good characters. So as long as you're clear कि क्यों आए हो यहाँ पे आप, अगर आपको famous होना है या फिर because you love acting. And in my case, I think I love acting.
Such a wonderful thing to say and admit, Tripti, because not many people admit that, initially when they come, it is always wo soch ke ki, it will get you stardom as well. But at the end of the day, you need to realize that aap yahan pe apne craft ke liye ho. And that is the most important thing. Now, lastly, I want to know, how did Anushka, because they are the producers, they have backed you in this project. How did they react to your performance? Agar hum itna zyada connect hue hain, I'm sure it is their baby as well. They must have had some really good words to say. What was their reaction?
They were very happy with it, yeah. I had this conversation with Anushka and she said you've done a great job, and she was really happy, seeing the final product. And she was actually, there for the shoot for 5 days while we were shooting, and she just gave me this very beautiful piece of advice. She said, just make sure that you take your time. As an actor, you are under a lot of pressure most of the time. You're like, अच्छा अभी director ने action बोल दिया, अभी मुझे acting करनी है. So make sure that you are not going there and in that space, because सब अपना time लेते हैं. Director अपना time लेता है चीजें set करने में, सब लेते हैं, art department लेता है, costume department लेता है. So as an actor, it's your responsibility to take your time. Just never be in a rush. If you're not ready, just say no, and that's what we did. And honestly, luckily, Anvita bhi, she used to think the same way and said, just I'm going to call action, just act whenever you're ready, otherwise don't, because if you're dishonest, people will notice and then there'll be no point doing it. So just make sure that you're ready, and that's what I did. And I think they're very as producers, I think Anushka is someone who's always supported new talent and always supported stories that she believes in. So I think that is something that is very rare. And she was just very happy seeing the final product, and she had only good things to say about the film.
And I'm so glad to have watched Bulbbul, and I just hope that you get much more better work here on. Let's hope कि अब और ज़्यादा लोग देखें, और लैला मजनू को जो deserved love मिलना चाहिए था वो अब finally मिल रहा है. I'm so happy about that. Thank you so much, Tripti, for talking to me, and I really hope all the very best to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.